Hey ladies and gents, welcome to the eFootball official trailer breakdown. But before I get into that, I've just found out that Master League will be post-launch download content, and I'm massively disappointed by that news. And part of me thinks this was actually planned to encourage more players to try my club. So the trailer opens up with some really bad music and a voiceover which simply doesn't work in my opinion. It doesn't get much better as we see real life football images and a mo-captured Messi walking towards them. We then get to see the Unreal 4 engine show off the dynamic lighting as the sun moves overhead and casts shadows across the Allianz Stadium and Old Trafford. And we get to see the sprinklers across various stadiums, which all looks very nice from a distance. We're then hit with the new brand colours and a complete move away from the PES title. So now we're left with eFootball, neither of which I'm a fan of, to be brutally honest. I just really don't like those colours. So in our first in-game clip, we see that Messi no longer has the Lego haircut that we saw in New Football Game, which suggests this footage is from one of the next-gen consoles. Then we see the players leaving the changing rooms at Old Trafford and Allianz stadiums, players warming up and geeing each other up in the changing room, which is all very nice touches in my opinion. We're then greeted by the brand colours once more for an exhibition match, which I'm not a fan of, before the players make their way out onto the pitch, and the graphics do look a step up from the New Football Game beta that we played up until the kickoff. Now this is the only true clip of gameplay from the usual camera in this entire trailer. The most noticeable change from me is that there's no annoying mobile cursor that we saw in the New Football Game beta, but we get an idea of the pace of the game as we see the ball and players move quite slowly, which is very reminiscent of how the New Football Game beta played out. They then go on to talk about building the game from the ground up and the importance of 1 versus 1 and how that's the mantra of football. Personally, I disagree with that statement, as football is a team sport first and foremost, but I am glad that there is a focus here, as it was far too easy to defend one-on-ones in 2019, 2020 and 2021. But we see Messi pulling off some nice moves here before unleashing a finesse shot. We then see that Andreas Iniesta has been brought back as an official advisor once again, as he's in Japan at the moment, and we see him get hooked up in these XN suits, which FIFA also use for their hypermotion capture. We then see Iniesta beat a player in game, but for me, the opponent simply gives up far too quickly. And this was something I noticed in the New Football Game beta. When you get past your midfielders and you drive at that defence, no one can catch you from behind. There's definitely a heavy focus on dribbling and 1 versus 1 throughout the course of this trailer, but I'm really worried that defenders are going to be tied into these long animations. As long as it's tied to a button press rather than the actual skill move that's being performed, then it'd be absolutely fine to be punished with an incorrectly timed tackle. But from the looks of this, he's not actually making a tackle, he's reacting to the skill move being performed, which could make skills a bit overpowered and possibly require some balancing before launch. They also have Gerard Pique as one of the advisors as well, so hopefully not all is lost from a defensive point of view, and they also hook him up with an XN suit for motion capture. We then see the defender patiently jockeying sideways, waiting for the attacking player to make his move before he can make a tackle. And it is good that there is a jockey button in eFootball 2022. There are also some clipping issues, as you might have noticed, and I'll point out one here. Watch Pique's foot sink into the grass as I slow this right down. They're now using new technology called motion matching, creating a massive new range of animations, and supposedly this results in thrilling one-on-one situations and adding better realism and responsiveness. And that's where Neymar comes in, who is an ambassador for the game. But look at this clip here as Neymar puts his foot on the ball. A simple technique, and look how the defender literally flies into the ad boards. And we'll see that again here in this next clip. Just watch this. I do like the animations here with Neymar just putting his foot over the top of the ball like that. But watch how this simple turn, and watch where the defender goes. He literally tries to stop. He tries to stop. He's still trying to stop. He's still going. He literally flies off the bloody screen. It kind of reminds me of Paul Alcock being pushed over by Di Canio. And then we get to see Ansu Fati. And he does a lovely little move here. He runs past the ball like that and then just drags it back. Next is the big talking point across social media right now, which is the cross-platform. This enables anyone from any system to play each other, whether it's mobile, PC, Xbox or PlayStation. In my opinion, this is an absolute disaster, and it sort of explains why the controls were so dumbed down just to make it more exclusive or inclusive of the mobile players. It's a shocking move in my opinion, and it could really have dire consequences for Konami. There's obviously the concern that PC players will be able to cheat their way to victory, and unless Konami have dedicated servers, that's going to be fairly easy to do without being caught. I know graphically it can be scaled so the next gen consoles can look better than the last gen and the mobile version, but from what I've seen so far, I've not been wowed by the graphics. But I've never been one for graphics. I grew up in an era where I was playing Manic Miner and Harrier Attack on the Spectrum. You know, I'm always one for gameplay, so I'm always going to give this game a chance until the controller is in my hands. But at the same time, it's hard not to be disappointed with what I've seen today. I had low expectations before this trailer, I'm going to be honest, and now that's literally zero expectation. And I'm just going to say it now, bring back PES. The final bit of information is that it's free to play, and I imagine the Master League will be paid for DLC, but again, that's not confirmed, and we'll just have to wait and see about that. They did say that we have to wait until August for more info and videos. But anyway, stay tuned to the channel. I'll be bringing you more information all about this later. Until then, thanks a lot guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.